August 12th, Blight Review Board meeting. We do have a quorum in place. Our agenda, we need to approve the minutes from the July meeting. Did everybody get a chance to review those?
Yes.
George, I have just a couple of minor corrections.
Okay.
And they're all, I mean, they're not meaningful, they're just grammatical. 1, 2, 3, the fourth line down, it's the fourth paragraph down, or whatever, it's just a one line.
Yeah.
The board review the following, it needs to be reviewed.
Okay.
And then on the property 18-005,
Yeah.
you need an N in vines.
Oh.
That was it for me.
Okay.
All right. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second.
As amended.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's passed. Okay, let's get right into it. Busy time for our blight officer, so let's start off and see where we are.
Okay. This isn't going to be long because the majority is, as you know, that we're waiting to have an official notice served.
Yeah.
So if you look at case 1601, that's one of them as well. I was there yesterday, took pictures of all of these properties. As we go, 1601, there's no changes whatsoever. Everything is still growing free, and that's where we are. And that was as of yesterday. That's in case there was some issue with wanting to make sure that the conditions still exist.
Well, before we get into this, can I ask a real question?
Yes.
I sent an email, I don't think I got a response back. I was confused by the letters. Maybe I missed something, which is perfectly possible here. But I guess the letter I saw talked about a hearing for people to attend, and that hearing date was this past Saturday, and there was no time or location for the hearing. So what am I missing?
No, I don't. That was something that all that was the lawyers drew up.
Okay.
I don't know what.
I think it was clearly an error.
Okay, I had no idea what it was, and I didn't get a note back, so I just...
Well, and that was on the draft. They got feedback and I think made corrections.
I didn't know that, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sorry. I was just thinking I must be missing something, because this was just so off.
Can I ask the status? Have they been returned to the lawyership to be served or not? We don't know yet.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, I asked, well, you sent all the stuff to
Yes.
The lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And they made some comments and came back.
Right.
And I'm not sure if they went forward, because again, some of them, I had a discussion about the courts and the availability of courts, and
Yes.
it's still a problem for issues like this. So they're doing what they can. And the other problem is that they shut down everything with this stuff going on. The last thing in the world we want to do is be serving.
So maybe when we're done with this, I don't want to take you off of your agenda, but maybe to help me understand what exactly is a hearing, who participates in it. I just don't have that detail.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, next one again, 17-011. Same thing. There was no changes whatsoever to the front of the property. Taken by pictures. 17-019.
I'm sorry, could you bring me back?
Yeah.
So when these have said at the July 8th where we requested that a letter go out, has it gone out? It just says in the notes, request that a violation notice be sent, but it doesn't say whether that's happened.
No, and I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. If the chairman has not signed a letter
And
given
they
to
have
him,
not.
and he hasn't, so it could not have gone out.
The lawyers have not given me anything to say.
Right. So that's where it is. The lawyers really are the same thing. The warning letters. It's pretty much the same thing with explanation of what the violations are, and it's given from the lawyers to the chairman to sign, and then given back to the lawyers, and they'll arrange service.
So does it normally take this long to get a letter out once we decide that one should go out?
No. Not really. It's just, again, we
Kind
got
of
caught in it.
circumstances, yes.
We got
because
caught
of-
in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it shouldn't be this long, but,
And
Again, I'm not being critical, I'm just trying to understand the process, so.
You're absolutely correct, and the problem is, this is just for future, we're gonna have a future meeting where we're gonna devote a lot of agenda time to just discussing the process again, because it does take a long time. Now, again, when you're trying to issue legal documents and you're trying to, in one case, where we have squatters, I mean, that's requires an eviction notice eventually, which,
No, I certainly understand all
Yeah.
that. I just
But
thought
what-
this was more of a, I guess I interpreted this to be much more of a road thing where,
it should have been.
and if you haven't even seen it back yet, it means
No.
it's probably still another month before they get it, which would be 2 months from when we requested it.
No,
So
it
it's
shouldn't
just-
be another month. Again, I wasn't available this past week as far as any kind of interaction, but I could check an email, but I didn't get anything. So, again, I'll follow up with
All right,
Bob.
just
Ernie.
want to understand the process, thanks.
Yep, okay.
okay, the next one, although I guess I did these by time, is not one of them. It's case 17-019. We were here last month. She had making some progress to cleaning up the front. And it has kind of she made some progress and then it stopped, unfortunately. It hasn't gotten any worse, which is good. And I have stopped getting, phone calls, complaints or emails yet, but I think
It'll start back up.
it'll start back up again, and I want to try to reach. I think I'll send out. It's all right, like an encouragement letter. Thank you for doing what you can. I see that you only have a few smaller things to take care of. I encourage you to do that with this woman.
So we had given her a dumpster in the past. Is it that level that she?
No.
I haven't seen
I'm
it.
I'm not touching the backyard
Yeah.
because technically I can't see it. That's like 17-011. Can't technically see it, so I can't really
From the
address
street.
it. So it's only the stuff. Like I said, it's not bad. Just hopefully we can get her to keep going. 18-004. Again, continues to be kind of neatened up, but everything is still there. The storage containers, boats, trailers, everything is still on the property.
Motorcycles.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Car, it's still- the federal mailbox is still there.
That's the one
Yeah, exactly.
we have to really
Okay.
push hard on.
18-005. Absolutely no changes there. Still the same. In fact, you can barely see. I took pictures and from the street, you can't even see the house. You can't because everything is so overgrown. And you kind of see a faint outline of a shadow. Okay, let's see. Case 20-001. No changes on that one, too. I met with the neighbor again, and she allowed me to come back on her. She said, come back anytime on my property to take pictures, and there's been no changes. So the back of the house is still raggedly tarped and kind of open to infestation there. Okay, and then the last one is going to be new, and I sent just a picture of it. I don't know if you got it black and white. Case 20-002. This is kind of odd. I don't know that this is going to continue to be a big problem, only because the house looks as if it's been renovated. The house looks in very nice condition, but the yard is.
That's the photo that you printed?
Oh, this-
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that was here.
This one?
Right, yes. I didn't print it in color, I'm sorry, but.
Almost looks like storm damage in black and white.
Yeah, and this was taken before.
Color looks better.
This was taken before the storm.
Oh.
I was here, nothing's changed at all. There was another picture that showed the driveway with wheelbarrows and all sorts of put.
That's in a color picture.
About.
It's really hard to discern on this.
Yeah. And I sent him a letter right away on the 30th, end of July, just explaining nicely, we need to do something with cleaning up the yard. I've gotten no response, no phone calls, no nothing yet. So I kind of just trying to give him time. At 2 weeks' point, it'll be tomorrow. I'm going to send him over.
Has the owner lived there a long time?
Pardon me?
Has the owner lived there a long time?
Yeah, I believe if I remember correctly, looking at the assessors, I think he was doing work since '09, so he's been there a while. Some have to work on the property. I don't know how long this condition has lasted. I got the one complaint came in through the Q alert system
Right.
on the 30th. So I went to take a look at it, and this is what I found.
Well,
I don't know if it was long-standing. It's brand new. There was
Yeah.
nothing in our file whatsoever about this.
Well, it goes on immediately on the watch list.
Yeah. Well, I'll send the
Send the letter.
warning notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warning of blight violation. That one. I'll send that out, and hopefully he'll get back in touch with us, or he'll start working. Because it's it's a cute little house.
Well, I'll make sure we get the letters out.
Okay.
I'll call them tomorrow morning. Because you gave them everything they asked for. We
Yeah.
gave them the follow-up files, everything. So they've got all the materials they should need
I
to
believe
be
so,
able to
yeah.
send those letters out. And what I saw was the draft with fill in with the appropriate language. So I don't know where that is, where they cite the different sections. So
Yeah, I know that this is all new for the town and everything, but being in the fire marshal's office for a long time, with regards to sending official notices, we had been used to just doing everything ourselves. The state statute says we can do it, and there's an officer that says you can do it. Although, no, I think the town ordinance says it's got to come from it's got to get the okay from the board before an official notice is made.
yeah, exactly.
But
And the official notice we have to ensure that it's in compliance
Yeah.
with the law and with whatever circumstances are underway at any given time. So
Right.
like when suddenly you can't, you're not having any kind of possibility for court hearings, if you can't evict somebody, there's all,
yes,
and we just have to live with it. But on the other hand, these other ones, the letters need to get out.
yeah.
And I thought they would have been gone. So,
Hopefully, we'll get a kind of a form letter that you won't need to go to council to every time, just fill in some blanks maybe.
well, we really do have a form letter if you look at it, but it's ensuring that the language in the various sections are legally correct. But again, I'm not sure that it's that big of a deal. I think we probably could. We've got enough legal expertise in this room alone to give us some internal advice.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to make it a little more mechanical and not
Exactly.
as though we're reinventing the wheel each time for what's effectively the exact same situation.
Right.
Plus you have the lawyer's fees every time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and the process itself, by definition and on purpose, is intended to not be able to be done quickly. It's to give everybody a fair chance because, there were a lot of controversy about even having a blight.
No, what I meant by quickly, I meant more about once we decide to do something,
Yeah.
that we can then get it done efficiently. I mean, I understand all the steps and giving
Yeah.
people the windows,
Yeah.
but if we review it and then decide something should happen, we may
It should
decide
happen.
to give it a month or so, which is great. But if once we decide, it should be more efficient, and to your point, why waste legal fees?
Yeah,
Or better things we can do with the money than pay an attorney.
yeah, exactly.
Nothing against any attorneys.
Well, let's, right. Not that it's a bad thing.
Okay. Any other?
No, that's all that I have for.
Okay. Anybody have any? Well, there's no action items other than I'll get on them.
Yeah.
Okay. Move to adjourn.
So move.
Sure. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nice and
Thank
quick.
you.
Yeah, I thought about doing this online, but like I said, I didn't get internet back until